Bambu Lab just recently teased the A2L, their extra-large creative playground, dropping June 1st. But before the hype train leaves the station, let's talk about what this thing actually is, debunk a viral misconception about a supposed dual nozzle A1, and then get to the elephant in the room, why Bambu Lab is launching new hardware while the open source community is absolutely on fire. The name A2L wasn't exactly a secret. Bambu accidentally revealed it by listing it in its compatibility specs for their new mag alloy scraper alongside the X1, P1P, A1, A1 Mini, H2D, P2S, and X2D. So much for the mystery teaser. The L obviously stands for large. The teaser itself looks suspiciously like a baby announcement, stoking expectations for a bigger sibling to the popular A1. The official reveal is set for June 1st at 4 p.m. Central European Time. One detail that leaked from Bambu's own chatbot, a PMSM closed-loop servo extruder, promising more stable output power during high-speed printing with active monitoring of extrusion anomalies. If true, that's a meaningful upgrade from the A1. According to community analysis of the teaser, Creative Playground likely refers to optional non-printing tool attachments, things like vinyl cutting blades and a pen plotter that clip onto the tool head, similar to what Bambu introduced with the high-end H2 series, but without the expensive laser module. The teaser imagery also hints at multicolor printing support, suggesting AMS Lite compatibility, same A-series family, just bigger. Okay, here's the one that really needs cleaning up. A patent diagram has been circulating that appears to show an A1 style printer with two nozzles on a single tool head, and a lot of people ran with it, speculating that the A2L would be Bambu's budget dual extrusion machine. China's patent database published a filing from Bambu Lab titled Tool Head Offset Determination Method and 3D Printing, and buried in the diagram was what looked like an A1 with a fixed dual nozzle tool head. But here's what Carrie Stevenson at Fabaloo pointed out, and it's a great catch. Machines are not patented. Methods are. This patent is specifically about a calibration method. The translated title is Method for Determining Toolhead Offset and a 3D Printer. The diagram is simply illustrating the problem of aligning two nozzles, and an open gantry system is easier to show in a diagram than an enclosed printer. It's an explanatory diagram, not a product render. What Bambu actually patented is pretty clever, that the printer prints two parallel non-collinear line segments, photographs them with an onboard camera, and computes the positional deviation, the offset, in the direction perpendicular to those lines. This is a camera-based automated calibration routine, and we already see it in action on the H2D's high-precision nozzle offset calibration. So, to be very clear, the dual nozzle A1 image is a patent diagram for a calibration method, not a product announcement. The A2L is almost certainly a single nozzle bed slinger with AMS Lite support, not a cheap dual extrusion machine. Now, let's be honest about what scaling up a bed slinger actually means. In a bed slinger like the A1, the print bed moves on the y-axis. At 256 millimeters, that's manageable, but push that to 320 or to 350, and you're moving a much heavier heat bed, plus whatever you're printing on top of it, back and forth at high speeds. That means more ringing, more ghosting, and a higher failure rate on tall, heavy models. There's also the footprint problem. Unlike Core XY machines where everything stays inside the frame, a large bed slinger needs open space in front of and behind the machine for the bed to travel on. And then there's Bambu's pricing puzzle. The A1 is $339. The enclosed Core XY P2S is $549. Where does the A2L fit? Community estimates put it around $399 standalone and $529 to $549 with the AMS Lite, which puts the combo right at P2S pricing. If Bambu prices it any higher, it starts cannibalizing their own lineup. Here's where things get uncomfortable for Bambu Lab, and honestly, it's hard to look at a new product launch without addressing it. Bambu Lab recently sent legal threats to Paweł Jarzak, a Polish open source developer who modified OrcaSlicer to restore direct cloud printing features that Bambu had blocked for third-party slicers, features that Bambu had been routing through their proprietary Bambu Connect middleware. Jeff Geerling, hardware reviewer, author, and open source developer, published a detailed piece arguing that Bambu is abusing the open source social contract, pointing out that Bambu Studio itself is a fork of Orca Slicer, which is a fork of Prusa Slicer, which is a fork of Slicer, all under the AGPL license, which requires any derivative work to also be open source. The Reddit post I've linked to in the description goes even further, noting that Bambu packages a closed source proprietary networking library called libbambu networking directly into the slicer, a binary blob running inside an AGPL application with the source nowhere to be found. The Software Freedom Conservancy has now formally investigated and reportedly confirmed that this is an active AGPL violation. They've even launched a product called Baltabu to reverse engineer Bambu's closed networking layer and build a fully open source alternative. The community response was massive. Louis Rossmann rehosted the code on GitHub, offered $10,000 in legal support, and Gamers Nexus matched that pledge and announced that they're switching from Bambu hardware to Prusa entirely. So, the question you have to ask is, does dropping a new extra large creative playground fix any of this? Not even slightly. If anything, it risks looking tone deaf. The A2L might sell really well. There's absolutely a market for a big, affordable Bambu that can print large PLA projects easily. But for anyone who's been around this hobby for a while, it's hard to get excited about a scaled-up bed slinger when the company that's making it is actively fighting the open source community that helped build their reputation. The big reveal is June 1st. I'll be watching. Drop a comment. Are you picking one up, or has the last few weeks changed how you feel about Bambu Lab? And if you want to dig deeper into the open source drama, I've linked the Jeff Geerling piece and the Reddit breakdown in the description. Both are well worth reading. Please take a moment to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, take care, everyone.